what is the biodiversity conservations right on ex situ and in situ conservations. So if question is framed like this way, so how we are going to deal with it. Firstly, as usual, introductions. What will be under introductions? So a number and variety of organism in ecosystem called the biodiversity. Simple and sweet. So what is the conservation? It is protections and management of biodiversity such way that it may yield sustainable benefit to present and future generation. So this will be your introduction to the what is biodiversity conservations. Okay. So this flowchart is very essential. You have to write this in your answer. The biodiversity conservation can be the in situ conservations and ex situ conservation. Means what? In the natural habitat. And ex situ means what? Ex situ means out of the natural habitat. So under in situ conservation, there is the three type. First, the natural park and wildlife sanctuary is there. Secondly, biosphere reserve is there. And third, sacred forest and groves is there. And under the ex situ conservation, present in outside natural habitat, there are two types is there: seed bank, field gene bank, cryopreservations, and tissue culture is there, and botanical gardens and zoo. These are the type of ex situ conservations and in situ conservation. If you frame your answer like this, it will be more impactful. So now you have to explain this type in briefly. So in situ conservation, natural park is there. So area strictly reserved for the betterment of wildlife. Activity like grazing, cattle cultivation is not permitted in the national park. Example, you can give Kaziranga National Park, Gir National Park, Sundarban National Park. Secondly, national sanctuaries is there. It is also reserve area, but semi-human activity like timber collection and a minor forest product is allowed. It is Annamalai sanctuary is there, Satpura sanctuary is there. Your biosphere reserve. This is biosphere reserve in this specific land area where the multiple land uses is permitted. It aligns with the Man and Forest Program of United Nations. Forest is divided into certain zones. These zones being specific for the particular activity. For example, there is a core zone is there, then buffer zone is there, and outer is a transition zone is there. So first biosphere reserve is the Nilgiri Biosphere Reserve. So you can write here. In core region, there is no at all human activity is permitted. In buffer region, some research work and safari is permitted. And in transition zone, that is the outermost zone, your human activity is permitted. So that the particular area of land can be used in the human activity also, and man and wildlife conflict is trying to minimize over here. So you can write like this way. Then sacred forest grove is there, Maharashtra and Meghalaya, etc. This forest having the religious impact, and religious impact should give the conservation to the wildlife. Like this way you can frame your answer. This is the type of ex situ conservations, and in situ conservation you can write cryopreservation is there, gene preservation is there. Like this way you can conclude your answer.